Okay guys, so I had a pretty crazy experience happen to me. So here I was at a tiny home doing a regular walkthrough. That's what this tiny home produces. And I just wanted to give you a quick tour of what's going on, and when all of a sudden Brady calls me. It's my manager. Let's see. What do you want now, Brady? What's going on? Hey Brady, what's up? He said, Autumn, I messed up. Uh-oh. What happened? And I knew he was installing a tiny home. So I instantly, worst case scenario, tiny home's falling down, like some bad things are happening. So I just booked it out of that tiny house and ran over to him. I've gotta go. I'm gonna go there right now. So right as I got there, Jared was pulling up. It was a perfect timing. Oh my God. So I walk up to the home and Brady instantly is apologetic. What happened, Brady?
I am so sorry, Autumn.
So the way he described his mess up, I was expecting the tiny home to be on its side, rolling backwards, all the jacks broken off. This was the first tiny house that he was placing.
I went to level the home, and instead of setting the cinder blocks so it had something to fall to, it just fell and rolled.
When we bring a tiny home to our resort, the first thing we do is take off the tires and get it on a post beam foundation.
I kind of did it backwards of what Jared told me to do, and I'm really sorry. I was raising this one because the back needed to come up to get it level.
Yeah.
And when I started to notice it start to move, the bar in the front kind of hooked on the ground and stopped it.
There was no stoppers put behind the tires when he started leveling it. It was already uneven and a little bit of a slant, so there was no way to take the weight off the tires to stop it. No matter how strong you are, you can't stop a tiny home when it wants to move.
These broke when it moved because they were underneath it, and then when they broke, I took all the pressure off of all of them and tried putting pieces that looked big enough underneath it.
So when Brady was walking us around the home to show us what had happened, I was relieved, and I know Jared was relieved because we were able to fix everything on site. Oh man, is that where the tongue went in the ground?
Yeah.
It could have went really bad. It could have tipped over, or it could have rolled backwards into the street, but we were lucky and it just kind of dug down and bent a few things, but they were able to fix it all. Well, it's gonna take some doing, but it's fixable. It's definitely fixable. This is Brady. He's amazing. So Brady's been with us for a little over a year now, and him and his family have become almost like a second arm to our family, and we respect him a lot. So when this mistake happened, it wasn't a big deal. It didn't affect his job or his position or his standing in our family. Hey, you know what? It could have been a lot worse. When you called me, I was super scared.
Well, it's okay, Brady. It was your first time.
It was your first time, so...
Yeah, no, yell at me. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me, Jared.
The tiny house is still standing, so you're good.
All right, well...
We can get it fixed.
Yeah, when I was told, I thought the tiny home was like falling down.
Oh, no, it did roll. And I was really actually worried about it rolling backwards because it's on a slant.
It wasn't the end of the world like we thought it was. Awesome. Crisis averted. Well, hey, thanks so much, Brady.
Thanks. You. I'm so sorry, Autumn.
It's all good. Like, I'm happy. Thank you.
If you need me to, I'll pay for the jacks.
Nope. Jared said you get one freebie.
Okay. All right.
Mike had his freebie with the toilet.
All right.
Okay, that's your freebie.
Okay. No more jacks.
Yeah. And I hope Brady is watching this and knows that we were never blaming him for the situation. It was a little upsetting, but we never blamed him. So this last month, we did something that I've never done before. We actually did 2 TikTok lives, and I don't know how I felt about the whole experience. I'm not big on social media. So going live and answering people's questions made me a little bit nervous, and you probably couldn't tell by the video, but I was like sweating. And Eric helped lighten the mood so much. So we got a whole bunch of questions about multiple different things: bedrooms, lifestyle, how much they cost, why we would choose a tiny home over an RV. And we got off script and we started talking about something completely random. It was relationships.
Women need to feel appreciated. So when their man randomly just goes, hey,
I have a surprise for you. And then throws everything in the car, like, and just go. Yeah,
Men
I
also
guarantee
need to
you.
be appreciated.
No, it's okay.
I
They
don't
do
believe
not.
that anymore.
Oh. Never mind. Men do not.
Okay,
need-
that's a lie.
we are
I
just
totally
appreciators.
appreciate Jared so much. Like, I baby that man completely. He gets massages every day.
Really?
Okay, yes. You can ask him, and he will be like, yeah, she does. She gives me massages.
I
all
got
the
home
time.
last night to a bathtub, wine, pizza,
See?
like all in the
Yeah.
bathtub. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was nice.
I've done that quite often for Jared. I'll even put bath salts in there. If you want your woman to appreciate and love you and cherish you, you have to do the same thing to her.
Yeah,
Like, that's the whole key. Like, there has to be give and a take in a relationship. Like, Jared doesn't do too many romantic things, but he tells me every single day how amazing I am and how awesome I am. Like, that's enough to make any woman want to make that man feel amazing. So if you treat your woman with kindness and love, then she'll do the same.
if you're wondering about tiny homes, we know nothing. But marriage, I'm
Don't
on
know
my
about
third,
this guy.
so you might not want to listen to me.
don't listen.
Third marriage?
Yeah,
But it's
I
an-
finally figured it out.
Okay, that's what
Finally.
I'm saying. It's a happy
How do you
relationship.
know you figured it out?
I didn't even know being this happy was even possible.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
That's
It's
how I feel with
unbelievable.
Jared. Like, it's
Unbelievable.
amazing. Yeah.
Last 3 years, I haven't spent one day away from. No, I take that back. She spent one night camping. I wasn't able to go, but that was it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't crave like, oh, I'm going out with the boys. No, I just want to do stuff with her. Like, she's definitely my best friend.
Well, you guys share interests.
Yeah,
So that's the difference. But if you don't share an interest in marriage, the key is to let your spouse go.
yeah, exactly.
And, like,
I don't know. I can't give marriage.
the best marriage is the marriage that you do for that other person, making sure that they're happy. Like, it makes you happy knowing that they're happy. In
Yeah.
my opinion,
I guess it's
because
the first marriage I put.
her first.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Then she
gets
turns
better, yeah.
around
It
and
puts me
she
first, so.
puts you first, and then it's a happy relationship instead of always fighting and bickering. Okay, so let's get back onto tiny houses. That, I don't know, maybe 2-3 minute conversation deepened mine and Eric's relationship even more. It made me realize some of my own faults and made me a better person, I guess. Made me see what I was doing right and made me see what I was doing wrong. And I think it's really healthy as adults to be able to look at yourself and say, you know what, I can improve on that. As a child, I wasn't given very good relationship role models. In fact, growing up, I don't think there was one couple that survived in a marriage that I knew of. But what that did give me is the ability to see all the wrong things to do in a relationship. And it made me cherish the people around me, to be able to have fulfilling relationships. Jared, Brady, and Eric, these are all people who have very important roles to play in my life, my day-to-day life. And having good relationships with them impacts all of our lives. My life, my family's life, the guest life, everybody around us. And that's what makes us so strong, is to be able to have strong relationships. Instead of always looking for how can the world help me, look for how you can help others.